Welcome to the Ambrado HC Series QuickStart video. This is the first of a series of short how-to videos for getting started with the Ambrado encoder and decoder. In a few minutes, we'll show you how to unleash the extreme power and flexibility of these revolutionary products. Ambrado's software-based approach to encoding and decoding allows our products to be stretched way beyond the limits of today's ASIC-based technology, yet we can still deliver video quality that goes toe-to-toe with the finest codecs on the market. As you follow along with the video, you'll quickly notice the easy-to-use interfaces. We encourage you to explore the menus to find what you're looking for. We're sure it won't take long to find. To get started, let's take a look at what's packed in the box you received from Ambrado. In the encoder packaging, you will find one HCE 1604 encoder and a few enclosed documents. Each of these documents can be found on the Ambrado website, or you can contact your local Ambrado representative for support. In the decoder packaging, you'll find an HCD 1604 decoder with similar documents. Power supplies are sold separately. There are numerous power supplies that are compatible with the Ambrado devices. To demonstrate how to operate the Ambrado HC Series encoder and decoder, we will assemble an end-to-end demo application. The test scenario contains 4 pieces: an SDI video source, an Ambrado encoder, an Ambrado decoder, and an HD TV or monitor. The uncompressed video source will be encoded by the HCE 1604, then immediately decoded by the HCD 1604 and displayed on the monitor. Please note that if your video source or monitor does not have an SDI output, you will need an adapter such as the Blackmagic Design mini converter to connect it to the encoder and decoder. The following equipment is also required: DC power supplies for each device, a BNC cable to connect the video source to the encoder, a BNC cable to connect the encoder to the decoder, and a BNC cable to connect the decoder to the HD TV or monitor. Additionally, for the decoder, you may choose to use an external sync generator. For the sake of simplicity, we'll be demonstrating the decoder's internal sync generator in this video. Let's begin assembling the demo, starting with the encoder. Look at the back panel. You will see the power supply connector on the right side. Plug it in and verify that the encoder is able to power up. The IDX power supply includes an on-off switch on the brick itself. Be sure to turn it on. Next, connect a BNC cable from the video source to the HD SDI input port on the top left corner of the back panel. Now connect a short BNC cable to the ASI Out1 port. Let's move on to the decoder. Connect a DC power supply to the decoder and verify that it can power up. Now take the other end of the BNC cable from the encoder output and plug it in to the top ASI in port on the decoder back panel. Finally, connect a BNC cable from the top HD SDI out port on the decoder back panel to an HD TV or monitor. Now that all the connections are complete, turn on the devices and allow them to complete the boot up process and come to the main menu screen. A very unique feature of our encoder and decoder systems is the ability to save and load profiles. Profiles are a snapshot of the configuration of the system. Once you set up the system the way you want, you create a profile, and then you only need to load that profile to completely configure the system in just a couple of seconds. Profiles are managed from the System Tools menu. Here you can save, load, and delete profiles on the system. When the system ships, we load some common profiles so you can start using the system right out of the box. If the profiles we provide are not a good match for you, you can either modify the profile or simply delete them and start fresh. To load a profile, scroll to System Tools in the main menu and press Enter. Select Load Settings. The following screen lists all the profiles loaded on the box. Each one can be saved with a short name that describes the profile. Please select the first profile, 1080i long up 30. This profile is for MPEG-2 long up encoding at 30 megabits per second. Let's move to the decoder. Navigate to the same menu, Load Settings, and select the first preloaded profile named 1080i Intern. This profile is for MPEG-2 decoding using the internal sync generator. The encoder and decoder are now ready to begin the test. Operation of the encoder is very straightforward. Before starting, always check the settings to ensure that the system is configured properly. The current configuration can be quickly checked by viewing the stats screen. Simply select Stats from the main menu. The stats screen is a great tool because on a single screen, the user can see exactly how the system is configured and what its current operation mode is. Now that the system is configured, let's start the encoder. You can do this directly from the main menu without navigating through multiple menu levels. The system accepts the command, then confirms that the video source is present and the system has started encoding. Now, let's move back to the decoder. Starting the decoder is done exactly the same as the encoder. Use the decoder stats screen to verify the decoder settings. Since everything is configured correctly, return to the main menu and select Start Decoder. The decoder will confirm that it has started. In a few seconds, you see the decoded video on the monitor. The monitor on the left is our source video, and the monitor on the right is the decoded video. Take a closer look so you can compare the quality of the output with the source. To stop the encoder, simply select Stop Encoder and press Enter. The system confirms and reports that the encoder has stopped. To stop the decoder, simply select Stop Decoder from the main menu and press Enter. The system confirms that the decoder has stopped.